Hey everybody, I am Angela Gunder at the University of Arizona and Program Chair of OLC Innovate 2017. And I am here with Devin Cancilla, who is the Conference Chair, woo woo, and Jessica Knott, who is the Engagement Chair. Get ready to be conferenced, programmed, and engaged.
By chairs.
I'm at a standing desk. There is no chair involved.
So you guys may have been wondering, where the heck have we been? It's been a little while since we've published one of these video blogs, and we've actually been kicking it in Orlando at the fantastic, sunny, brilliant, engaged OLC Accelerate. We accelerated new knowledge, but in addition to that, we had a lot of fantastic conversations with folks. And what we've learned is that for OLC Innovate, we'll be bringing to New Orleans brand new friends, new ideas, and renewed energy. So we are on course to deliver the conference experience that we've been touting on these video blogs. And what I'd love to do is take a little time to talk to my friends here about their favorite parts of OLC Accelerate. So Devin, if you want to kick us off with your favorite moments.
Yeah, honestly, I think the favorite moment for me really had to be, meeting you two in person, believe it or not, because we've, I've been doing online education and online stuff for a long time, and you end up meeting people virtually all over the country and all over the world. But you really do, in these day and age, seem to have fewer and fewer chances to actually sit down with someone and either have a drink or a coffee or just sit at a table and talk and kind of say, yeah, those really are great ideas, and to see the people and to see their eyes and to see stuff. So to me, the great thing about the Accelerate conference, and I think the same thing with Innovate, is going to be the chance to meet people in real time, in real places, in real spaces.
How about you, Jess?
Mine is similar. It's in a similar vein. I'm always on the lookout for mentorship opportunities and connections, and, how did you get here? And, what's your big plan? And in the test kitchen, it was really interesting. The Iron Chef battles, just, oh my gosh, they were my favorite. I found myself getting really invested in who won them. And it was just a really fun time. But Devin became one of my heroes at that time. And what I mean by that is, in a mentorship capacity, he's a leader in a role that is one that could be in my trajectory one day. And his team competed in an Iron Chef battle, and they made it to the final round. And I loved that they named their solution. It was a support solution. They named it Devin. And I think, they were being really kind of cute about it. I think that spoke a lot to leadership, and it spoke a lot to what we're experiencing here on this committee. And to see that kind of percolate out from not just this group, but to the team, and just see those connections made, see different people's teams doing amazing things on the fly. I thought that was so, so cool.
So there was a neat thing that happened within the Iron Chef battles that I think completely parallels to what we're trying to do with OLC Innovate, and that was that we wanted to open up the space for people to just jump right in and be a part of it and help us build. And a couple of cool things happened. So one, when we were planning the Iron Chef battles for OLC Accelerate, and you can go on Twitter, hashtag OLCTTK, to see lots of pictures and footage of that. You can also go to the OLC website to see a little bit more and read more about the Iron Chef battles if you're curious as to what they are. But we were missing a team, and I shot an email over to Devin and I said, hey, do you think that folks from UMKC would be interested in joining up as a team? And it was like, yeah, no problem. And he went and rallied his troops, and they came out so strong. It was really fantastic. And were a shining presence at the conference, not only as a team, but as individual practitioners practitioners. And that's really the same thing that we want with OLC Innovate. You have all of your rock stars that are at your own institution, bring them out, have them come and show all of the fabulous work that they're doing, because it's truly inspiring to all of us that when we're in the weeds, when we're in the trenches trying to get more done with less, we need to hear these champion stories of other people that are doing the same, so that we can continue to be inspired to do all the good work that we need to do. So that was really fantastic. My other favorite moment was when we were actually short a team during the actual battle.
The mystery team.
And I have to let you guys know, this Iron Chef battle idea, I sometimes I slap myself for saying anything ever, but launched the idea based on conversations that I had had with folks, and had a lot of sleepless nights saying, is this going to come together? Is this going to be a thing? I had almost envisioned that we would have nobody sitting in the space, and every single battle, the footprint that we had in the exhibit hall to hold all of the people for the entire test kitchen was filled with people for the Iron Chef battles. It was unheard of. So of course, for one of our heats, we had no team. And there was one woman from one of the companies who was sitting up there and didn't have the rest of her team, and just turns to me and says, does that woman not have a team? And I said, I don't know where they are. And she said, okay, I'll be the team. And ran up there and said, hey, I'm going to help you in this. And one of our other colleagues, actually the creator of the Technology Test Kitchen, Felice Banner, said, are there only 2 people on that team? Is it just Jess and that woman? And I said, yeah, I think so. So she said, oh, I have some friends here in the audience. And then they went up there too and formed a team. So it's that same spirit of just chipping in, being ready to answer the call. It's that piece of improvisation. It's that embracing ambiguity and just ready to be creative. That's what we're trying to highlight. That's what we're trying to champion, not anything that is fancy or formal. All of the informal knowledge sharing that really makes our work come to fruition. That's when it happens. So we plan to do so much of that at OLC Innovate, and we're really excited to have you guys come out and join us. Speaking of you guys coming out and joining us, I want to talk a little bit about the CFP. So an update from the program desk. We were nervous that we were not going to get the same numbers as last year because of scheduling. We had 3 weeks less to advertise the CFP and put it out there based on the way that OLC Accelerate and Innovate were scheduled.
The hands got sweaty.
Yes,
sweaty palms.
Sweaty
We were nervous.
So those who don't know, CFP is a call for proposals.
Thank you. Teaching moment. I need to be reminded of this all the time. You guys just rocked it. We had 578 sessions come in, which is 7% more than last year. And the staff at the OLC remind us that the numbers that come in from the CFP are an indicator of interest in the conference. So we are just delighted that you want to come and present. We're delighted that it has become that competitive, that so many folks want to share their voice, share their new ideas, and we'll be posting the schedule the program as it evolves on the website. So just keep on checking back on the website. You'll see new surprises, new ideas, new features that we want to highlight there, and it's going to be fantastic, and it's because of you guys that it's going to be fantastic. So what's next? We want to let you guys know that February 8th, early bird registration ends. After that, the price goes up. So now's a great time to register. And when you go and register, you'll see that there are some added features on your registration form that are included in the cost of the conference. So in addition to the amazing lineup of workshops that we have, have, starting out before the formal start of the conference on that Wednesday at noon with the lightning talks. We have the HBCU Summit. We have the TACT Summit that's going to be looking at supporting workforce professionals with OER. And we also have, for the very first time, the Community College Summit. And that's looking at the relationship between not only community colleges and supporting learners, but also their relationship with four-year institutions and also workforce development, all of those pieces centering around the hard work and the innovations that come out of the community college systems. In addition to that, for the actual conference itself, we're going to have these engagement maps that we're going to create. So if there's a particular track or a theme you want to explore, if there's a particular type of session that you want to go to, or again, if you want to focus on community college, HBCU, blended sessions, TACT sessions, informal hands-on learning experiences, we'll have these different maps that you can take that will highlight areas within the conference that you can go to sort of personalize and tailor your experience, because we will have a lot there, so we don't want you to feel overwhelmed, and we don't want you to miss out on all of the things that are really built there for you. Last but not least, we have a couple of videos that'll be coming up, and I want to turn it over to Devin briefly to talk about some of the video chats that we will have with our keynotes.
Actually, I'm really excited about the keynotes that are going to be at the conference, because it kind of covers the range of different activities. So the first keynote is going to be John Kao from EdgeMakers, and he really is going to be talking a lot about the connection between innovation, creativity, and entrepreneurship. And you know, we've all kind of heard the words innovation and innovation and entrepreneurship and things like that as always kind of stand alone. But this is kind of the first speaker that I've kind of seen where he's actually maybe kind of understand the relationship between those three and how you kind of move new ideas, you know, into a more production mode and get more acceptance of these kinds of creative, innovative ideas through kind of an entrepreneurial process. So you know, for those of you who are kind of interested in the grand scheme or the big pictures of those kinds of things, I think he's going to be a really interesting speaker to kind of kick us off. And the other one is Darlene Cavalier, and she's actually very interesting because she's the starter of SciStarter, and SciStarter is kind of a citizen science initiative. And she's actually going to bring with her to the conference a couple of other people who are doing some citizen science project, and in particular some people from the New Orleans or Louisiana area who've been very involved in kind of citizen science. And in particular, they're doing some very creative things with NASA and allowing people to kind of get involved with, you know, potential climate change issues and things like that at a very streetwise, street smart kind of level. So it's the daily scientist in us all that are going to be kind of brought out to contribute to the greater good, I guess, if I look at it. So we're hoping to be able to get those two on camera a little bit to kind of prime the pump a little bit so you can kind of see what they're actually talking about. I'm very excited because both of them are also going to be doing some master classes. So in addition to their keynote, both of them are going to be around the conference. Both of them have said, hey, we really kind of buy into what Innovate is about. We really want to be part of that conference. We really want to be here and talk to people and kind of share our excitement about our areas of expertise. And we're here to do that. So I think the master classes, Darlene's also going to do a workshop on citizen science with her partners. And so I think it's going to be a really hands-on, you know, great opportunity to kind of really delve into these topics.
And those master classes, again, are included with your conference registration. So we really expect that you'll move from the different sessions that you're at, the different ideas that you're bringing to the table with you to the conference, and actually start to build and work within those master classes. Mm-hmm. Speaking of more of that informal learning, Jess, do you want to talk a little bit about the special spaces that we've created at the conference and how some of those videos that we're going to be producing up next, they'll highlight what's going on there?
Yeah, leading into that, as Devin pointed out, you know, we've talked a lot about the on-site, the meeting and collaborating and interacting. If you're watching these videos and you're planning to participate virtually, the engagement committee is currently looking for experiences you've had or ways we could improve that, because the on-site experience is very important, but so is the virtual experience that's offered. So we're trying to figure out some of the better ways to interact with you at a distance. So I'm on Twitter, JLKNOTT. Shoot me ideas if you have them. Some of the special, what did you call them, special spaces?
I don't want to be held to that, to that term.
I feel like I need a gold star, you know, sort of unicorn. I don't know. The first one that I'm really excited about. So this morning and last evening, Angela and I were in this epic text battle about video gaming and what games we play. And it was amazing. This year at Innovate, we're having a game lab. John Stewart from OU is going to come and help facilitate some of that experience on site with, you know, gamification is a huge thing in education right now. So you'll have some experiences to kind of get involved in the game lab area. And kind of related to that, the innovation lab. So if you were at Innovate last year, the innovation lab did a lot with design thinking and kind of moving people around the space and having interactive demos and building. Stephen Crawford from Arizona State University and Dave Goodrich from my very own Michigan State. We were talking about rock stars earlier. Devin and I were gonna have a showdown. Team on team. We're not really, but I'm just super proud of my team and I'm really excited for people to meet them. In the innovation lab, you can do just that. So, you know, another one of those interactive spaces that gives you an opportunity to really just get involved and get creative and in a really low risk way. I mean, you go to a conference and you do something and it doesn't work, man, who cares? You know, you learn from it.
No one will ever know.
Yep. So expect videos on those coming in the next months as well.
Yeah. So we just want to thank you for sticking it out with us, but also all of the ideas that you've contributed thus far. We've had a lot of folks that have contacted us based on this video series that have said, hey, we really like the way that you're talking about the conference and the way that you're planning the conference and we want to be a part of it. So if you're thinking that but haven't bubbled up and said it yet, email any of us. We're going to put all of our contact information in the comments area, actually the description area, where this YouTube video will be posted. You can also find us on the OLC website, on the OLC Innovate pages. We have all of our contact information there as well.
I wanna own something really quick. A couple of you are waiting for responses from me that we got talking and then Accelerate happened and then we kind of hit pause. And there were some of you I was actively looking for at Accelerate and I don't want to sound creepy, but I wasn't able to connect with you. So just know that you are bookmarked in my massive inbox and I will be circling back to you as soon as possible.
Yeah. So long story short, keep on bugging Jess Knott for attention. She's got a lot to give. I take up most of it. So I'm sorry. Sorry, not hashtag sorry, not sorry. But yeah, keep on reaching out. We really want to make sure that your voice is shared at this conference, and we want to bubble that up and highlight you and all the great work that you're doing. So until next time, we're ready to innovate. Bye, guys.
Bye.